The Neon Ghost Show.
Are you ready?
Hi, buddy.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm doing really well.
Bro, was that Super Bowl good or was it trash?
Trash. Complete dog shit.
Right?
Complete
And
dog
not
shit.
even like cool the Seahawks won, but like it was
Yeah.
so boring.
It was so we went to a Super Bowl party, which is my first one I've ever gone to before. And we were all the guys were all sitting around talking like, damn, like if we weren't here, we'd all be asleep. Like there's just I would have been first quarter easily passed out on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Weird. Right? A little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have been gone already asleep. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think I fell asleep a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm glad for Darnold winning on that, but like boring.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I was telling everybody too. Like, I don't like the Patriots because what they did to the Raiders, it was a fumble and Brady and everything. But I'm happy for the Seahawks that they won. More happy that Sam Darnold got a championship with all the crap that was talked about him. Even coming to Seattle, the deal they signed him with, they could have just let him go at the end of this year. There'd have been nothing else. Just done. See you later, sayonara. Yeah,
It's gonna be a new deal coming up.
big deal, bro. They're gonna have to pay JSN. They have to pay K9. They're gonna have to pay Darnold. Like it's gonna be, and they're selling the team. So the old owners
Is that real?
Like,
Is that real?
Like, see ya. I think so. I think they're up for sale. Yeah.
I
mean, what better way to go out? Like, I won a championship. I'm good.
Yeah, fair.
I mean,
fair.
and some of the partners can still sell on. The person who's selling it, I'm assuming, is the majority owner, so they can just say it's for sale. But some of the people, the investors, would still be there.
But it's not going to be like the Sonics move where they're going to leave Seattle, right? Like they're staying here.
Yeah, they're in Seattle. Yep.
Okay. What did you see any good cards this week?
Well, yeah. So the 2025 Panini Prism football came out, and they have a thing called cards called mangas that are like the big push inside One Piece and some other ones. And the customer inside actually picked a box. Now these boxes are $950, so they're not cheap boxes, and you get 2 guaranteed autos and 4 silver prisms. They don't say rookie prisms; they say 4 silver prisms. So like when you kind of turn them a little bit, they kind of look rainbowy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I might open a box with him. He's one of our really good guys. Bailey picks the box for him, and I was like, that would have been the box I was going to pick to open if you weren't going to. Second pack in, he gets a white one out of 35, numbered. Didn't really know the player too much, but anytime I've seen a low numbered serial number, there's been a case hit in the box. Now, case hits could be Color Blast, they could be the mangas, they could be another one. But anyways, long story short, he hits a manga Max Crosby. That is $5,000 card. Hits it. Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. So I put on my Instagram. We're sitting in there, we're talking. He's like, man, I feel like it's meant to be because I'm a huge Raiders fan. He's like, I feel like it's meant to be. That should be yours. And I said, do this. Go home, put it online for $6,000. If somebody buys it, great. I think it's a $4,000 to $4,500 card. If somebody buys it, it wasn't meant to be. He did that. He got a lowest offer he got for $4,500. So then he was like, hey, how about this, man? You have a Kobe auto that I want, and I have the card that you want. Would you trade me straight across? Done. He drove an hour up to the shop. We made a video, posted it online. I traded him my on-card Kobe auto out of 75. And I got the manga Max Crosby that is probably like a $4,000 card right now, but I'm going to send it in to get it graded. It'll turn it to like a 7,000 to 8,000 if it's a PSA 10.
Yep. And that was the Kobe you got at the card show, a month ago or something.
Yeah, and the kid who I traded it with was standing right next to the guy that I was doing the deal with.
That's awesome, really?
It was all just because he wanted the card too. So he was trying to figure out how he could get the card, but I told him the card wasn't going to be for sale yet. I said, because my goal was to take the Drake May and trade it into a Kobe. And so like the Jordan rookie traded into a Kobe. I sold the Jordan rookie that morning, but then I had the Drake May that I traded for the Kobe, and then wound up trading for the Max Crosby. So yeah, that was probably the coolest card that I've seen, and now it's in my personal collection for now.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yep, I know. It felt good.
So since doing this, I now have 2 buddies of mine who have jumped on the card game. One of my buddies, he's my golf buddy, Mike. He's become obsessed with golf cards. He's leaning more towards the upper deck PGA, But whenever I go get my live boxes, I get him one. He pays me for it. But so we went golfing the other day. Before golfing, I had bought him 4 packs of the PGA ones. I think they're like $5 a thing, whatever. But I told him, hey, like while we're golfing, open these while we're golfing. And he goes, okay, who's your guys? Like if I pull one of your guys, like I'm giving it to you. Who do you want? And I was like, oh, Keegan Bradley, Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas. Like, let's go. So he's opening them. We get to 10, 11, somewhere in there, and he opens it. Never even dawned on me. He pulled the most beautiful Hall of Fame John Daly and Santa Claus looking John Daly with the same like swinging. I was like, oh my! We both were like excited and all this stuff for him. So then we tee off on 18 and we're walking the green and he opens his last pack and he pulls a tiger and it's one of the ones where it says him winning some tournament or something. And so he was like just wicked ecstatic with what he pulled there. My other buddy Valente, who gave me the mid card Jey Uso card.
Yeah.
He collected when he was little, and then since listening to this, and he started watching what's it called on Netflix, where the dude, it's a Netflix series, Gold Coin, Gold something. You know what I'm talking about? He looks at cards and grades them and trades for them and sells them. And
it's I know. Yeah, I know exactly.
Like King, it's like King
about.
of Collectibles, but I can't remember what
it
that
is exactly.
What that
Yeah,
place
it's
is.
from Golden
Something.
Golden Auctions. Yeah, it's Golden Auctions. Yeah, Ken Golden. Yeah,
cool. There we go. So he was watching that and then listening to us. He's now revamped his collection. So he sent me this photo. He paid. He did the thing that we've all done, where he bought this card. He paid $60 for it and was like, "Damn, I paid $60 for this." But then I was reassuring him, like, "No, dude, I would have easily paid $60 for that card. It's graded 9. I'm gonna call it gold refractor. I'm not sure you can tell me, but it's McMahon yelling at Austin.
Oh yeah,
and the gold has little skulls stamped in it.
that's sick. It's a PSA 9. That's cool.
Is that not
That's
sick?
a cool card.
Yeah,
and that's
I was
where
like,
and that's where people get like the thing is where like $60. I'd pay $60 for that.
Yep.
If you look it up online, is it worth it? Who knows, man? But at the end of the day, like appreciate the card, appreciate the collecting, and then that moment was huge for wrestling fans. Seeing Vince McMahon and the Stone Cold, their whole rivalry.
Yep.
It was huge for WWE.
Yep. And then so my card, and it's a it's probably a bullshit card, but I found it at on the Whatnot thing, and I had to buy it. I didn't pay much for it, but it's just beautiful. It's a die cut. It's called The Merch, and it's a CM Punk.
That's cool as hell.
Isn't that cool?
That's cool as hell. I've never seen that die cut before.
Me neither. That's why I was like,
that's
wait,
cool.
What? And like being a CM Punk fan, but don't really care about AEW, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm bidding on this. I think I paid like $7 for it, but I was like, that's still cool as hell. Yeah. 100%.
Well worth it. 100%. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that one. Yeah. It's cards like that I had told people before about finding the unique cards that can go into your collection that you just appreciate. That's what makes collections fun to look at and fun for you to go back through on the weekend and go like, damn, I want to check out what cards I have again, because that's what's cool. I ran into the issue that when I have expensive cards in my collection, all I do is look at them as a number, and I don't like that. So like when I have even the Kobe, I love Kobe Bryant. I always wanted his autograph, but I'm like, oh, okay, that's a $3,000 card. I look at that as $3,000 sitting in there. I don't look at it as like that is one of my favorite basketball players. I'm so excited to have in my PC. So my wall in the shop that I have 18 cards in there. I have autographs of Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, and Howie Long. None of them are more expensive than $500. So I never want to sell those. I'm never like, I could probably pay my mortgage with this card, you know? They're all my PC. They're all from like kind of off brands sometimes, things like that, but they're mine and they'll forever stay mine. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like this manga that I have right now for $4,000 or $5,000. If it becomes a 10 and it's a $7,000 card, it's on the chopping block. Like if somebody walks in and gives me $7,000, bam, your card.
Yeah, that's how mine is too. Like when I'm going through, I'm like, okay, well, would I sell this one? Well, yeah, but then like I have a on card. You saw it, my on card Forrest Griffin. Like I don't even know how long I've had that card. Like I'm not selling that card. Like
Nope.
Forrest Griffin changed the game. Like I watched before he changed it. Then he changed the game. He's in the Hall of Fame. Like, but that was my dude. I'm not selling that card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. And I like that your buddies are buying cards like that as well. It means the hobby is still alive for collectors. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. It's so fun. And like I said, my golf buddy, and when he opens live, he knows, hey, you open a Bryson, like it's mine. You get the Bryson destinations. Like we're gonna have to talk about
Yeah.
numbers because like the one card I'm chasing, I think it's like a $400 card right now, and so it's fun. Like, and even him opening it, and like, and there's golfers we don't. There's a guy. Oh, we agreed he had the greatest golfing name. It's Doc something, and we were like, well, that's just the greatest golfing name ever. But it also was a fun thing to be doing on the golf course every couple holes, be opening a pack, and then he opened the John Daly Hall of Fame. We lost our goddamn minds.
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
And you got to tell me too, I just got my new list, updated list for my distributor that has live 2024 and 2025.
Yes.
To see like which year that you prefer. Because one of them is cheap. I think the 25 is only like $60 for the hobby box, which is so cheap.
Yep. That's cheap. I'm gonna need that.
And then I think the 24 might be $80 a box through them. So obviously it's the first year doing live, but I'm just curious, like who in that set. So look at the checklist and let me know which one you prefer.
I don't know that I've ever seen 24. 25s are the only one I've been. 25s are the ones that the blasters have been like $20 and stuff like that. Those are the ones I keep picking up because, like I told you, I don't think Liv's going past this year, and so that's why I'm just stacking my collection. And I have so many numbered and stuff and parallels and all that, and so it's like, oh, peak next year. Like I might be getting rid of. I'm getting rid of like most of them, all of them, but like I'm keeping all my Brysons. Like he's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the art in them is great. Yeah. All right, so we had the dog shit Rumble, we had the dog shit Super Bowl. And I sent you the other day. What happened to the tag team division in the WWE? Like it is cool. We brought the Usos back, but who are they going to go against? Like there's no one around. Like why is the division so stale? It feels like it's been stale for a long time.
Yeah, and I feel like they break up. They either break up the teams or they don't do anything with the teams. I was really excited in the day when the Viking Raiders came in, and we had them, and we had the Street Profits, and we had the New Day, and it felt really like the tag team division was starting to go somewhere. They cut the Viking Raiders. Big E's hurt, gone. He's retired now for good. They tried to make the Street Profits. There's thought about breaking him up, and they didn't break him up. Now they're on NXT, and Montez is chunky. Like it's like they just can't get out of their own ways and create the storylines for a team, except if it's like a group, like the Bloodline, like the
Judgment Day,
things like that. That allows them to do a tag team in that, but they just can't do just two people. And I don't know why, but it's been that way for a very, very, very long time. Like I can't tell you the last time. Well, I can. Honestly, the last time that I really cared about a tag team was probably Randy Orton and like Matt Riddle.
Yep.
I think the RK Bros was fan flippin-tastic. I think that the Miz with Ron Killings was cool.
Good. Yeah.
But otherwise, I liked the Viking Raiders. I thought that they should have had to come out and be just smash your face in Vikings. They never did that. What is the guy that we like now that came back and it came in the Royal Rumble? It's not Omos, but it reminded me of Omos for a second. That was going with Brock.
Obi.
Oh yeah. They had him come out and smash the Viking Raiders a couple months ago. So
it's just been weird. And like you said, there was a time, especially Attitude Era, something like tag team meant something. And it seems like, I'll say the last 5 years, it seems like it's just been afterthoughts and and it's like, what, but like that meant something. Like that was fun to watch sometimes, especially when they did, like they used to do triple threat tag team matches or ladder matches for the
TLC form.
Yeah, they did stuff. And like, what? This is just getting thrown to the side. Why?
Yeah, they had pay-per-view built around the tag team division with TLC.
Yep.
Like it was amazing with what they did with that. And I think I don't know if it's like the chemistry between the tag team partners just aren't there, so they stopped doing it. Like behind the scenes, maybe it's just not there. Like I'm not too sure. But I mean, because we don't have like the Hardy Boys, right? Like we don't have like the brothers. We don't have things like that are coming up. They're just like, hey, you look big. hey, you look big. Let's put you two together.
Yeah, fair,
And
fair.
yeah.
So this led me to ask you, who are your top three tag teams of all time?
Oh, okay. In no particular order for this one for me because it's really tough. And I had to throw in another. So, okay, so my favorite or like overall, like who I think were like some of the greatest in there. So,
You could do who you thought the greatest were, but I want your personal favorite that you were like, yeah, here we go.
okay. So, the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, because every time their entrance hit, I was like, oh my God, and I wanted their spiked shoulder pads
We all
so
did.
damn bad.
We all did.
Um, the other one for me that again my favorite, the Steiner brothers, because the Steiner clothesline, like everything about those dudes were just awesome. I freaking loved it. Um, and then the other one on there was Edge and Christian. I thought that they were one of the best tag teams out there.
Yep.
So that's my three, my favorite. Do I think that they're the greatest? No, but I get that. Like the Rockers are on there for me because I enjoyed watching the Rockers.
But
But like,
I would put I would put Road Warrior and Animal in on the Mount
they're
Rushmore
top
tag
three.
team.
They're
Yeah.
top three.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if you're talking about greatest, when I think back at like these epic runs and like what they did for the WWE, like the Dudley Boys are right there with them, right? And the New Day. I just didn't like the New Day. So like, yes, they
That's
went on
fair.
these runs. Yes, they were epic with it, but I didn't enjoy watching them as tag team on there. And I liked the Dudley Boys, but I liked Edge and Christian at that time more. I liked
Yes.
Jeff and Matt more. So like I respect and get what they did for them, but it wasn't for me.
That's fair. I get
Yeah.
that. So mine, same thing. Actually, no, mine are in order. Mine are the Brothers of Destruction,
Mm-hmm.
Kane and Undertaker together. Like
Yeah.
that was,
Yeah.
and then when they did it, even as the American Badass Undertaker and Kane, like that was it
Yeah.
was just great watching those guys be just wreck shop everywhere.
It was so cool.
So good. And then the Hardy Boys, who I would
Mm-hmm.
also say are on the Mount Rushmore of tag team, but they
Yeah.
also were like my personal favorites. Like they were like car crashes were happening anytime they came out. And then my
Yep.
all-time personal favorite, the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
Like as soon as their music hit, they came out. You knew what you were getting. I don't think, and no shade on either of those guys, but separately, they didn't have the it factor to propel them to push them. But
Right.
together, they were the greatest, most entertaining.
They were. The only reason they weren't on my list for it is because what you just made reference to, if they weren't to Generation X and it wasn't the road dog with the and we have two words for you, like the whole thing, like they wouldn't be who they were. And like we saw that happen when DX was kind of falling apart. They tried to keep them together and nobody really cared. When it was a collective group, as I made reference to before with it, like the Judgment Day and shit, that made more sense with it. But individually, with them, like it was so much fun to watch them. But when Shawn Michaels and Triple H and China and all them came out, we're like, there's the Generation X.
I always think about, remember when they went against Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, and they put him in the dumpster and pushed it off, and Jim
Bro.
Ross losing his mind. Like I remember just being a kid being like, "What the hell?" And then now you hear the stories Mick Foley telling, like, "No, we didn't gimmick that dumpster. Like that dumpster was like that, and we weren't sure if they were gonna how it was gonna go when they pushed it off." Like hearing these stories are just like, "Oh God!" And then I very much like that Billy Gunn's still doing the damn thing in AEW
Mm-hmm.
in the ring and being a coach and sportive. And then we saw an unscripted that Road Dogg is part of the head of creative development now being there. Like I like that those dudes have matured into their roles now from
Yeah.
the suck it that they came from.
Yeah, or like the Smoking Guns,
Yeah.
like Smoking Guns when they went on there. That was fun to see. That whole boxing match kind of threw everything out the window. That boxing tournament kind of screwed them up quite a bit.
Yep. Yep. Who on the roster now could be put together that could be creative forces?
Okay, so one that I wish they would do, and it sucks that they actually made them like fighting each other, was Aleister Black and Damian Priest. I thought that would make just a super dope, dark, just dark one and have Priest go back to his old time with it when he didn't talk as much. I thought that'd be fun. I was thinking one for like the women's one. Again, they made them feud right away, unfortunately. But Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, like they're both athletic. They both do a
good
moonsault.
call.
They could do double moonsaults, which would be crazy sick to see that too. And then the other one was like a far-fetched one, but I think that he brings the best ever is the Miz and Logan Paul. I think that that would be like the charisma that they would bring and like the excitement every week. I think it would be a lot
That's
of fun.
good.
The mouth of the Miz is freaking awesome,
Yep.
and I think he can help Logan Paul get a moment too. Which,
That's fair.
yeah,
Yeah. We already agree Miz is first ballot Hall of Famer, but you add his
yeah,
mouth to the athletic stuff Logan Paul's doing now. Like,
yeah,
yeah, that could be nuts. That's good. I like
that would
that.
be insanely fun to watch.
Yeah. Could they bring, I mean, I wouldn't want to be part of a group. They could bring Alistair into Judgment Day, and then that could put him with Priest.
Right. But the problem with that is that Alistair isn't meant to talk a lot. So that means Priest would have to talk more. And because
Priest isn't good
Alistair's like
talking.
that one word answer type of dude that wants to
Yeah.
just go out there and go fight. I think you bring those two out there together and it's like the Brothers of Destruction all over again.
Yep.
And I think that the problem is like the tag team division hasn't set up ones like squash matches. And they need to like bring out a force and just have them just kick the crap out of people and take the titles.
Yeah.
Because like the Wyatt Six, they should have them cheating every week. How rad
Yep.
would that be? There's
Yep.
no reason why they should have lost the belts to the Tongans.
Yeah. Fair.
Because
Fair.
we even forget about that. You know, we talked about that. I think the other week we are like, who has the belts? Like, oh yeah, the White Six. Now the Tongans, and then it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So because you said force, that's funny. One of mine would be if they put Obafemi with Rusev, but
Mm-hmm.
like when you look at Rusev and the career he's had and whatnot, like if we could revamp that and just have him come out and be a powerhouse, be a Big E or a Mark Henry-esque guy where he's just the strong guy that's wrecking everything. And we just watch Obafemi do that. So if you had those two guys together come out, that right there would be a powerhouse that could just come in and wreck shop on everybody. I think that
Yeah.
would be a good tag team together. My other one, you could go one of two ways, but I think if you put Trick Williams or Javon Emmons with Omos, you could
Mm-hmm.
do the old school Shawn Michaels Diesel thing where you had the little guy that bumps well that can sell and the big guy that doesn't talk because almost is terrible on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
But being as big as he doesn't need to talk. Like just come in there, do the big moves, help the other guy win. And I think that could help revamp him too if you put those two together.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I think like the big guys like Omos, I almost feel like they don't know what to do with them because they can't move. It's not like they could run, so they can't run on the outside. They can choke slam you. They can catch you when you're jumping at them. But they're like that gimmick that they have with them is so played out every week because it's the same thing. You know, when Omos is in there, 20 people are going to jump on him. He'll spread them all apart. It's the same thing over and over again. That's the only reason I didn't do that. That's why like Obafemi is right on that cusp. He's a massive human like Brock Lesnar, and he's agile. So pairing him with somebody like that would be dope. I mean, if having him like if he wasn't like the kind of warrior that they did right now, back when Bobby Lashley and all those guys did like the business suit,
Oh
having
yeah.
him come out like in
Hurt Business.
bro, having him be like in the Hurt Business, holy crap, that would have been cool.
Yeah. Fair. Totally
Yeah.
fair. I was also gonna ask you, I don't think he's in yet, but we know Paul Heyman first ballot Hall of Famer. He's not in yet, is
Yeah.
he?
Yes.
I don't think so. He is?
Yeah. Didn't he do the interview in the ring? Didn't he do that whole interview and like thank a bunch of people and they were chanting EC dub?
Oh, you're right. You're right. He is. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's already in it. Yeah.
Who do you think's more influential, not to the wrestling business, but the sports entertainment aspect of it? Bischoff or Heyman?
Oh, that's tough. So, oh, that's tough. So, you said it's like the industry
Like
or
the industry as a whole. Like if to me personally, if we're talking wrestling, like as in wrestling, I go Paul Heyman because
sure.
when we were little and if you liked WWE or WCW, like that was fine. if you liked the more extreme, like what the hell are these guys doing? That was Paul Heyman and what he was doing with
Yeah,
ECW. And then that slowly bled over into both those companies. But if you're
yeah,
talking sports entertainment storylines every week, what the hell is going on? And how many things did Eric Bischoff do in WCW that we now see WWE doing with things?
right.
So that's where in just the sports entertainment aspect,
Yeah.
who was more influential?
It would have been Eric Bischoff for me because of the Monday Night Wars. And I think that there was, if he didn't get, he had to bring in Hogan, he had to do all the NWO stuff. That was also the downfall of everything with that, with having oh, not Nick Khan, the other guy that just came out the other night, actually, on a different one on TNA, I thought. Russo. Yeah, something Russo.
Oh,
Vince Russo.
Vince Russo.
I think having all of those guys, that dynamic got crazy in the back there. But I think what Eric Bischoff did was bigger for the industry because it made WWE have to then level up each time as well, which then made WWE Attitude Era come out and get crazy. So, yeah, I definitely feel that it was him.
Yeah. But in terms of the sport itself, of just what athletically these guys were doing to each other, that's where I think it was Heyman. But I think in terms of what we were watching in storylines, like it was Bischoff.
Yeah, and I think that Heyman, when he, because I don't really think that Vince wanted to give him any kind of control or say whatsoever in the WWE. And I think now that he's getting more in these meetings that we see, like on we see on the behind the scenes stuff, I feel like we can kind of see where his hands are kind of going sometimes with it. And he's really good at that art of betrayal storyline. He's
Yeah.
very good about that. Hey, look over here, bam, slap the shit out of you. Like
Yep.
it's really cool what he does
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm curious. And I've never heard about him talking on his podcast, but like I'm curious if Tony Khan has ever reached out to Bischoff or offered him money or tried to be like, hey, come help us. Or maybe, Tony doesn't think he needs that type of help. But I think if they could get a Bischoff or a Vince Russo over there, that may help grow them into being something better. Cause as we've said, like none of that interests me, but
Mhm.
yet we're pro wrestling fans, like do something to interest me. But yet how many guys jump ship, go there, but then they eventually come back because clearly stuff's not working over there. And so they're coming back. And so that's where I'm just like, if I was Tony Khan, I would 100% be like Bischoff. How much money needs to be on the check? Just come be a consultant. Like, what's up?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree. And I was always curious too, because I always wanted to ask a guy who's been to the big stage, like the WrestleMania moments, SummerSlam, big things like that. When you walk out and you're going down that ramp and you're like, my goodness, and you're taking all of that in, and then you go to like AEW and you're like, huh, all right, it's like 1,000 people here. It's like there's thousands, and then you're like, oh crap. Like I
Yeah.
can hear the echo over there happening. That's just weird.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
I'm
about that
curious.
when you go to like live events, like there's the Seahawks. Like we can't lie, there was way more people cheering for the Seahawks at that Super Bowl or a baseball game or basketball game. Like, but that's a team. Would you think of pro wrestling, whether they're cheering or booing? If they're booing, then that guy's doing his job. But
Mm-hmm.
there's one guy walking down the ramp, and that arena or that stadium is making so much noise for that one person. Like even when you're a band, like they're making noise for the band, for the music, all of it. But like, would you're a professional wrestler, when or booing or cheering, like they're making noise for that one person walking down the ramp, and like, how does that how does that feel? Or you think of the
Yeah,
stories we heard about The Rock when he was coming out and then he sucked and people were telling him to die and stuff. Like, bro, what does
yeah,
that do to you?
that's incredible. Yeah, and I mean, what was it? What was it? They had they had was it like the John Cena final thing, and he's showing like goosebumps on his arm when he's going out.
Yeah.
Like that has to give you goosebumps. That has to just be, if you're doing your job correctly, and everybody in there is screaming like Kurt Angle, like you suck, like
Yeah.
so cool,
Yep.
man. Like everybody's having fun. Or like the one of the big ones was the Daniel Bryan, the Yes Movement.
Yeah.
And that boy's running down there doing this, and he's side doing it, and everybody, yes,
Yeah.
yes. At one time,
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the Daniel Bryan movement. I actually liked it more when he got in the trash talking with the Miz that everybody thought was real until recently when we all heard that it wasn't real. That was pretty nuts. They did that
Yeah.
so damn well.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's yeah. I'm curious on how that is when they move from such a large stage to something where they're just like it's 5,000 people in there.
Yeah. Or even like when Edge came to Key Arena, whatever it's called now, when he showed up at Wrestle Dream and that whole place loses their minds. But then like the next week when they go to some place and there's not that many people there because it's not a big pay-per-view thing, like I get it, like you're here for the love of the sport, but like what like does that lower your adrenaline levels? Or like I think probably the biggest one of all time has to be every time Austin's glass broke.
Oh
Like
man.
that dude was backstage. Like I don't think there's a point where like you get used to it. I think there's a point when you hope like they're still gonna make noise, right? Or when you're hurt and you go away, like Randy Orton, and you've been gone long enough that we didn't forget about you, but like you're not on top of our minds. But then that music hits, and I don't think you'd ever get used to whether or not that crowd reacts to that.
No, and that actually brings up a good one. So like if it wasn't Stone Cold, because I feel like his that hits, and no matter who you are, you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna scream.
Yep.
What other entrance hits like that you're like, this place is gonna erupt? Like what else? What other one does that? Because I could think of one right off the top of my head that every time I hit, like I gave me goosebumps and excitement.
I made the Shawn Michaels when his would start always for me, but that's the only
Yeah,
other one that comes. But that's a personal me thing because he was my favorite. So who do you got?
the when the bell hit with the Undertaker.
Oh shit, good call.
Boom,
Yep.
and the lights went out.
Yeah.
Instantly everybody knew it's Taker. People went flipping wild when that happened.
Yep.
That was always just that was cool. Another one caught me every time, like I was a big like Mankind fan and all those guys. So when they did the car crash and you see the
Yep.
car rolling across the
Always.
screen,
Always.
every time that was a hell of a lot of fun to see.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Rock and Sock connection, dude.
Dude, that was so good.
Such a rad tag team.
See, and we don't
Yeah,
do or when Daniel Bryan and Kane were together.
yeah, that was a good one too.
See, like we're not doing like why? Like we have potential, but like why?
I know. It's like it's yeah. I don't know. I get there's limited time that to show certain things, but like that girl that did the damn death RKO every time, like put her on the freaking show every damn night. Like you kidding me?
Yep.
What's happening right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would do more with the tag team stuff. I'm curious what they're gonna do in the future with all of the like the belts. I mean, Obafemi, lock him in for an intercontinental
100%.
championship right away or U.S. title, something like that. Lock him into it right away. Have him have a feud with somebody fun, and then have him his next feud. It can't be yet, but I'm very excited to see him against like Drew McIntyre because they're
Yeah.
both big dudes, and I think that would be really cool to see him against him.
That's solid. That's
Yeah,
solid.
yeah.
So what we're 2 weeks away. Tell me about the thing going on at your shop, and then I saw a new little plug of something you're doing that night.
I am 2 seconds though because I needed to go backwards. If Solo Sikoa would have beaten Randy Orton, I was going to flip my tables. Just thought I'd tell you that. Did you watch that? Solo had his thumb ready, and Randy Orton had his back turned to him, and I'm like,
Perfect timing.
ain't no
Yep.
damn way they're gonna do this. RKO out of nowhere,
Yep.
anywhere.
Yep.
I absolutely love Randy Orton.
That's
and
why.
like I said,
I think we're that's one we missed, dude. That's one we missed last week.
yeah,
Will they have Gunther retire Orton?
we talked about that, and
No,
there's
we
no
talked
way.
about Ray. I think like
We
didn't
said
think
the
of,
Legend Killer. We said Gunther
oh,
retiring the
that's right.
Legend Killer,
That's right.
and if I just they can't. Like, yes, they can. My brain says I will boycott wrestling again. This entire podcast would be something different 100% because I couldn't handle it if
You
they
know what?
did that, man.
You know what? We'll have to start watching AEW and talking shit about that if that
Bro,
happens.
all about yeah. I don't even know if I can bring myself to that now. Fun things, dude. So fun things we have on the 21st of this month. We're having it's called Tops Rip Night. So we're direct with Tops, and what this is we get to celebrate opening packs and hanging out with the community. Tops is going to send us some free packs, some balloons, some t-shirts, some giveaway items. So from the 21st from 2 to 6 p.m., I got one of our really awesome customers making smash burgers outside, and I paid them up front, so all the burgers can be free for people when they're there. So everybody's gonna get a burger. We're gonna have Tim from Slab Strong. He's one of my really good friends. He's known for wearing a big hat, and that's how he's known in the industry. He created the bumper guard that goes on graded cards. It was a rubber piece that went around. He's the first person to do that. So
Really?
that's it. His company is Slab Strong. He actually sold them to BCW, who is a big supply company as well. So he comes up for all of my rip nights. I fly him out from here. I think he might be not in North Carolina now. But anyways, we always fly him over because he's freaking amazing and just a good dude who helped me a lot with my top stuff. And then we have Ed Short Fuse Herman coming up as well. He's going to be there coming up. Funny story about that. Thought I had his hotel and everything checked out. Went to the hotel today. They're like, we don't have anybody. I'm like, bro, you trying to get me beat up? So got it all figured out. Got it all taken care of, and everything like that's smashed out. And then I got the posters made today, and we're taking them over to Buffalo Wild Wings, 2 to 6 at my shop at Rhino's, 702 Kentucky Street up here in Bellingham. Then at 6, we're going to go over there for fight night over at Buffalo Wild Wings, presented by Rhinos over there as well. We're going to be in the Red Raider room. That's Buffalo Wild Wings going to give us our whole room where there's like 2, 4, 6. There's almost 8 TVs in there. The door's going to be open. People can come and go inside that room and hang out. Come say hi to Ed. Come say hi to us. We'll bring some UFC cards to go rip inside there and hang out. But it's going to be a full night. It's going to be a full night, 2 to 6 at my shop at Rhinos. And then after that, it's going to be a meet and greet over at Buffalo Wild Wings as well.
Sitting and watching UFC fights with Ed Short Fuse Herman and Rhino Sports Cards, like that's
Dude,
epic.
It's gonna be epic, yeah. And the guy that runs the Buffalo Wild Wings, he's like, yeah, if you make posters, I'll put them up in all of my poster board things around the shop. Like it's gonna be fight night. I'm in, dude. I'm in. So went over to Office Max, got all the posters made, and it has my Rhino symbol in the bottom, the Bellingham shop and all this other stuff. And then Sean Strickland against Fluffy is the main one. Yep. So we're going to go in there. We're going to rip some cards. We're going to hang out, eat some wings, have a good time. But yeah, the Tops Rip Night though, I am ecstatic that Tops is allowing me as a prospect store to do that. It's because of the social media. It's because of the push. And it's because of people that are so awesome like Tim and Ed that are coming up to the shop that are giving my little shop up here in Bellingham the opportunity to give back to the community and take part in this Rip Night.
Nice. It goes down February 21st. We'll talk about it again next Monday as we get closer, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be epic, bro. I'm excited for it.